Hey guys, Sean T. Phillips on the brand new DVD Blu-ray Tuesday Sean video today. Well, as you can see, I'm at home again because right now, as you're seeing this video, I'm away in Pittsburgh right now working on a project, so I don't get home until Wednesday, so I wasn't able to go out today and do the video. So what I'm going to do is, we're going to go and check online and check, Blu-ray.com and stuff like that and check out all the releases that are coming out today. But today, though, new release-wise, though, the main big things coming out are Indiana Jones is coming out, the whole collection of Indiana Jones for the first time on 4K is releasing. Also, the film Flashback, that comes out today, as well as the movie Lovebirds. Other than that, though, I think there's a handful of other things as well releasing today. Also, though, at the end of this video is going to be a whole bunch of brand new DVD, Blu-ray, and 4K reviews for some things I received to review and talk about for you guys. So definitely stay tuned for those at the end of this video. And as always, too, let me know what you guys thought of the DVDs, Blu-rays, and 4Ks that are reviewed. If you guys have seen them, if you guys plan on picking any of them up, and also if you've seen them, what you guys thought of them. But anyway, though, guys, now let's head upstairs to the computer. Like I said, we're not going out anywhere today because this is pre-filmed. So we're going to go upstairs now and see, though, what's coming out and everything like that, and go on Blu-ray.com and all that kind of stuff. So we'll go check now. So let's head on upstairs. Alright, well, we're going to take a look here. Like I said, we're now on Blu-ray.com, and that's the main website that I go to. The other one we'll check as well as the Digital Bits. Those are the ones that I've always checked. The Digital Bits, though, that's the one that I've known about the longest. I remember even checking that back when I was in high school and stuff, going through to look at the upcoming artwork and stuff like that. But I always go on here and I just click Blu-ray, then you do release calendar, and you can see the new ones. So let's see here, scroll down to the only thing is with the Blu-ray.com, though, it only shows the Blu-ray releases. So that's why I go to the Digital Bits, because that website shows you the DVDs as well. But one of the big things today was the Indiana Jones 4-movie collection, as I was mentioning. And it has all the films together. I always forget, when I think of it, I always think of it as a trilogy. I always feel like I forget the last one for the Shia LaBeouf one. It was okay, but I always feel like I kind of forget about it a little bit and everything. But I don't know if there was any exclusives editions of that one or not. I don't believe so, but I might be totally wrong if there was an exclusive. It doesn't show an image. Is this an exclusive one here? This is the 4K. Maybe this is an exclusive one. Is this oh yeah, so yeah, Best Buy does have an exclusive one, which is is it a Steelbook edition here? The 4K digital 4-movie collection here. So yeah, they have an exclusive edition here at Best Buy for that one as well. Also, there was a bunch of other Steelbooks coming out. There was some kind of wonderful one, and this one, I believe this movie was only available in the a 4-movie collection, like the John Hughes collection, and so now it's available separately. I'm pretty sure it was only in that collection, so now it's available separately in a Steelbook as well for that one. Also, there's a Ferris Bueller's Day Off Steelbook as well. It's available for that one. And then Final Fantasy on 4K, Advent Children Complete 4K, that one released today. Let's see any other ones. The Stylist, that one was releasing, and that one I believe the DVD artwork is alternate artwork for that one. I saw on for the DVD picture for that one. And then Pretty in Pink, that's another one of the 4Ks. No, sorry, not 4K. One of the other Steelbooks that's releasing as well. Let's see any other ones here that I think would be in stores. Oh yeah, City of Lies. That was the other one today as well. The Johnny Depp film about who shot Tupac and Biggie, and kind of him investigating it and everything like that. And the other one I was mentioning was Flashback. That released, today. That was a pretty interesting movie. There were some pretty creepy visuals and stuff like that in that one. The other one here was the Lovebirds, and I think that the Lovebirds Blu-ray is, I'm not totally sure, but I think it might be one you have to order online. I think that only the DVD edition is the one you're going to see in stores for that one. Also, though, there was a bunch of Mill Creek releases that came out, some double features and stuff like that, like Toy Soldiers December. There was a few other ones I saw from Mill Creek. Like Father Like Son, there's another edition of that one. I think Mill Creek put that one out too. And there's also these other editions here of Indiana Jones, like this 4-movie collection here on DVD. I'm sorry, on Blu-ray. And there's a 4-movie collection here. This one here, which is another one, which is just the standard solo edition of Raiders of the Lost Ark. I'm not sure are they doing solos of all of them? It doesn't look like it. Also, the James Franco movie finally is releasing. This movie was shot I think in 2014. Zeroville, that released. This one, Assault on VA-33, that one came out today as well. So definitely a lot of different things. Here's some more of the double feature ones from Mill Creek, like the Contraband and Fear. You know, that one released. So yeah, let's check on the digital bits as well. The digital, let's see, the digital bits. Let's see, so here's on, you know, the digital bit site. Like I said, this site is good for seeing the DVD editions of things, because they don't show them, like I said, on Blu-ray.com, because of course there's only Blu-rays on there. But there were some other ones that came out, like they re-released Mill Creek, Alpha Dog, Finding Forrester, you know, Safe House. Here's some of the other double feature ones: Miami Vice, The Kingdom, Adjustment Bureau, which that was a pretty cool movie. The Good Shepherd. There's the Stylist one. I don't know if it shows that artwork, the DVD artwork, or the Stylist. I was saying was different. There's a movie called Baphomet which releases today. That one I don't think will be in stores. They also re-released The Critic, Mill Creek, which I always loved this show. Like, I remember, like, as a kid, it was a real short-lived series, but I remember absolutely loving this show. So I'm glad it's getting, like, a re-release for that one. Let's see. Oh yeah, and there's like a double feature here, A Problem Child 1 and 2, these are like some of my absolute favorite, like, childhood movies and stuff like that. I watched those movies so many times. Ebola Rex, that one came out today, and that's one of the ones that I have a part in here as well, like this crazed dinosaur film. That one releases today. Let's see, Deadly Delivery. Oh yeah, see, this is the alternate artwork I was mentioning for the Stylist. I think this is probably my guess is that Walmart will be carrying it, and this is like the alternate artwork, which is kind of more general to what the movie is. See, the Blu-ray artwork, I like the Blu-ray artwork, but see, I guess it doesn't play as well for Walmart and stuff like that you know what it is. I think this is more like a general, like, horror kind of title to it, but it's a cool poster. I mean, cool alternate artwork for that one too, so that's pretty cool though. Other than that though, let's see if there's anything else in here interesting coming out. I think this was like a sequel, Wormwood's End. Maybe I'm wrong about that. This one, Dead Life, Wormwood's End, I think that might be a sequel. Let's see. Other than that though, it doesn't look like anything else different that I'll see in store-wise and everything. So anyway though, guys, that was all for the DVD Blu-ray Tuesday shopping video today. And like I always say, if you guys enjoy these shopping videos, definitely give this video a thumbs up. Also though, sorry again that I wasn't able to go out today, but like I said, I was in Pittsburgh currently right now, and I still wanted to be able to, and I still like to be able to put up videos when I'm away and still show you guys the new releases, but I figured this is a good way to do it. At least be able to show it from online, and then I still have some reviews and stuff like that as well. But anyway though, too, also let me know, guys, what you guys picked up on DVD, Blu-ray, or 4K, if you guys ended up going out today and picking up anything new, or what edition you guys got of Indiana Jones, if you ended up picking up the 4K edition of that one. Also, let me know as well anything new that you guys have watched on streaming, any new TV shows or any new movies or anything that you guys saw, if you guys went to the theaters and saw anything as well. And be sure to let me know what you guys saw, the DVDs, Blu-rays, and 4Ks that are reviewed. But anyway though, guys, thanks again for watching and subscribing. Now stay tuned for the brand new reviews. And the first one I got here is from Shout Factory. It's a movie here called Embattled, and this one stars Stephen Dorff. I've always been a fan of Stephen Dorff. He's been in tons and tons of movies throughout the years. One of the ones I always think of him from is the movie, Cecil B. Demented. That's one of the ones I always really liked that he was in, the one that was directed by John Waters. This movie, though, is basically, it's about his character as this MMA fighter, and he's, like, doing really well as an MMA fighter. He's getting really successful in that kind of stuff, but at the same time, he's getting older, so he's kind of has a lot more competition, and he has a lot more problems that he's going through, but he's also going through really bad problems with drinking, so he's drinking nonstop, and the drinking is causing problems as well for him, so he's not really up to as good as he should be because of the drinking and that kind of stuff, so he's having a lot of personal problems and problems at home and these kind of stuff as well. At the same time, too, his son is starting to get into the world of MMA fighting, and he's starting to become successful as well, and it becomes stuff with them, kind of this competition thing going on as well. It's a really, really well done movie, really well done character piece, well acted and everything. On here, though, feature-wise, it has a making of featurette as well as a theatrical trailer on this one. The next one here, this is from Shout Factory as well, and the same movie which, stars David Bowie, called Just a Gigolo, and this is one that I had not heard of before. I always loved, the movies, though, that David Bowie had acted in. I always thought he was really, really good as an actor, and so always was a fan of him as an actor. And this is one here, which was from 1978 was when this one was originally from. And it's basically, though, about his character who had come back, from the war, and it's basically about him becoming, like, not really knowing what to do, and not really having tons of skills to get, like, a good paying job and stuff, so he goes into, like, to being a gigolo. It has on here, though, feature-wise, it has a making of Gigolo, of Gigolo with the writer and producer on here, as well as the assistant to director. It also has on here a commentary track on here, as well as a theatrical trailer, and there's also a booklet in here as well. And here's a look inside. But there's also a booklet with some stuff about the film, the production, pictures, that kind of stuff in here as well. So that was cool that they included a booklet, because Shout doesn't always have booklets in their releases as well. So that was definitely cool that that was included in here as well. But like I said, just want you guys know that this one was available from Shout Factory. The next one here is from Lionsgate, and this is one that I really liked the first movie, so I was definitely looking forward to seeing the sequel. I thought the first movie was a really fun movie, and this is Rock Dog 2, and this is Rock Dog rocking around the park. You guys don't know this, the first movie was basically about this dog that lived in this small village, and basically, though, he really was into music and stuff, and the village, though, didn't really have a lot of music and things like that, and he kind of was really into this and kind of wanted to become successful and become this, like, rock star and everything. It was kind of him kind of, having, like, this small success in the first movie, and then the sequel, he kind of has gotten more successful, and people have kind of know of him around the world and other areas. They kind of know about him, and it's basically, though, about his character, and there's basically like where he would kind of go, and people that were kind of fans of him would perform in this big park in the town nearby where he was. It was like a number of miles away. It was like this big town, and it was like they had like a park and everything in there. It was kind of like Rock Park, and everyone would kind of go there, perform, and do their own kind of songs and stuff like that. And the one guy next door who's kind of like lives near there and kind of can sort of see the park is like this record executive, and he kind of wants to go and like take over the park, but he doesn't really want to. He wants to kind of like buy the park or make it like the park is going to get demolished, but he doesn't really want to demolish it. He wants to do it as like a scheme, because then he wants to go and have a Save the Park concert that he puts together. So it's like this whole big scheme that he wants it to make it look like the park is going to get destroyed, but really he doesn't want it to get destroyed. He wants people to think that so he can have this rock the concert performance, and one of the people that he wants to come to the performance is Rock Dog because of his success and stuff like that. So he kind of tries to bring him in to be part of this performance and stuff like that. But definitely a fun movie here. Like I said, though, just want you guys know that this one was available, and this is Rock Dog 2, Rocking Around the Park. The other one here from Lionsgate, as well as a movie here which stars Mickey Rourke, Eric Roberts, and Sean Stone. It's the one here called Night Walk. And this is basically, though, about this one guy who was put in, in prison, and it's basically, though, he was, kind of charged with this murder, and he was put in prison. He was kind of transferred. I can't remember where he was. I think he was transferred to a prison in the Middle East because like, he was visiting there, and then he was brought back, and he was basically like trapped in the prison there, and basically kind of like a Broke Down Palace type movie when he's kind of trapped there, and like no one is really helping him try and get out, and it's pretty much about him trying to figure out how he's going to get out of this prison, try and clear his name, and try and explain, what had happened and everything like that. I'm pretty sure, I think Eric was the warden of the prison. I can't remember for sure in here. I totally forgot if he was the warden or not, but it's basically, though, about his character trying to figure out how he's going to get out of this prison because things are not looking good, and he's going through a lot of problems there. There's a lot of really people that are very violent there, and all this kind of stuff, and they're kind of targeting him and everything. It was a really, really well done movie. On here, though, it has deleted scenes as well as it has a behind the scenes on here, a director's commentary, and a trailer on this one. The next one here is from Paramount. And this is a fun movie. I watched this one on Netflix when this was originally on, premiered on there. And this is the movie here called The Lovebirds. And this is a really fun movie. I always forget how to say his name. It's Kumail Nanjiani. I'm always saying his name totally wrong. And Issa Rae, and both of them are great in this movie. It's basically, though, about this couple, and they end up, that something happens, and this cop has to borrow their car to chase down this bad guy that was like running away, or that they thought was a bad guy, and the cop ends up taking their car when he's driving it and ends up running down the bad guy and basically killing them. And it becomes this whole thing, and the cop like disappears, and both of them have to try and figure out how to clear their name, and it becomes this whole big thing. And it's like the cop, you find out more about him and what was actually going on there. And it's one of those movies where it's like, goes through one problematic thing after another, kind of like in the movie, I think it was Date Night, where it was like all takes place in like one day, or Date Night was one night, and it's basically all these kind of problems that continuously happen. It's one of those things too, where they end up in one bad situation after another. Once they figure out one thing is figured out, or they solve one problem that they've gotten into, then it becomes another problem and another problem. It's one of those type of things continuously, but a really, really fun movie. Definitely one I would recommend you guys check out. And on here too, it has two different versions of the film. It has the theatrical theatrical version of the film. It also has the unrated version. So the theatrical version is 86 minutes, and the unrated is 94 minutes long on this one. It also has a gag reel, a linorama as well on this one. The next one here, this is from RLJ Entertainment. This one is also a Shudder original film. This is a movie here called Anything for Jackson. And this was an interesting movie. It was pretty creepy in here too. And it's basically, though, about this couple who ends up... I think it was their son. At one point, I think there was actually their grandson. I thought they said grandson. It's basically this couple, though, whose grandson had died. And basically, though, in the beginning of the movie, though, you see, like, the grandson, like, talking, and it's basically, like, the ghost of this grandson. As you find this out in the very beginning of the movie, they basically, though, it starts off with them, like, they're basically, like, in the kitchen going, oh, she's going to be here soon. She's going to be here in any minute now. They go outside, and it's, like, this girl, and they end up, like, you know, tying her up and hitting her over the head, and like tying her in the bedroom. And basically, though, this woman is pregnant, and the guy is a doctor, and he's basically her doctor, and that's kind of how he lured her to the house. And their plan is that they're going to take this woman that they've tied up there and everything, and they want her unpregnant child to end up, getting the soul of the grandson that had died. And it becomes this whole thing with, like, ghost stuff going on in there and weird things that she's seeing and everything. It's a very creepy movie, but it's, her trying to figure out how she's going to get away. And it's also, though, this couple, too, have this, like, spell book, too, and they're doing these weird type of spells, and really weird stuff goes on. It's a very creepy movie on here. Definitely would be one I would recommend you guys check out. And if you guys have seen this one too, let me know what you guys thought of this one. Like I said, this one here is called Anything for Jackson. The next one here, this is from 123 Go Entertainment is the company, and it's one here called H.P. Lovecraft's the Deep Ones. And this one is kind of like in the style, a little bit of like Dagon and stuff like that, which I really like. I like these ones that deal with like nautical kind of horror and kind of stuff like that, with creepy like fish kind of stuff and everything. And if H.P. Lovecraft always had a lot of that kind of stuff, like tentacle type things and really creepy, weird images and stuff like that. Like I said, a lot of nautical kind of images and stuff like that. And this is basically, though, about this couple that goes to stay at this bed and breakfast. And it's kind of like anytime people go to those bed and breakfasts, they rent out the house, B&Bs and stuff like that, you always know it's like probably not going to be great and everything like that. And it's basically they go there to this place, and they kind of notice that the people who owned it are kind of there. They're hanging around. And then, like, everyone around the village is kind of weird as well. And it's one of those kind of weird type of things where everyone seems sort of sketchy, and they're kind of like they're planning something with this couple that are staying there. And it's one of those things that just keeps on getting worse and worse for this couple, and more weird things going along. Kelly Maroney is in here, and she's someone who's looking for her missing daughter. Which was cool too, was the missing person photo that Kelly Maroney was holding was like one of her headshots from like the 80s. So I thought that was kind of cool as well. It was like definitely like a headshot from like the era of Night of the Comet and everything. So that was kind of cool that she was holding that. It was like a sort of an Easter egg that some people might not have noticed, because they didn't show super close-ups on the image, but if you were noticing, it was like, oh, that's kind of cool, like Night of the Comet era photo of her. But yeah, definitely a fun film here. Like I said, some really creepy images and stuff like that on here as well. On here, though, feature-wise, it has deleted scenes on here. It has a Grimfest featurette as well as behind the scenes on this one. And the next one I got here is from Magnolia, and this is a really interesting documentary. This is from the director who did Room 237 and The Nightmare. Room 237 was the the documentary on The Shining and all that kind of stuff, and people like obsessing about The Room and all that kind of stuff, and like breaking down the footage and everything. And this is a movie here called A Glitch in the Matrix, and this is basically, though, a documentary about people that kind of from seeing the film The Matrix and stuff like that, kind of believe that the world is a simulation, and that like people are living in a simulated society, and that like everything that we're seeing and stuff like that is actually like a person's mind and stuff like that, and it's all in their simulation and that kind of stuff. And this is basically, though, about people talking about this and people's theories and things like that, and also talking into things too, unexplainable kind of things like the Mandela effect, where people remember things one way, and then like they end up like it's totally different the way they actually see it. Like in the one James Bond movie, the character having braces, they thought that the one girl had braces, but then she didn't in the the actual movie, and stuff like that. And people kind of remember things in the Berenstein Bears, like the way they spell it and that kind of stuff. So there's a lot of those type of things that people you know, with the Mandela effect and everything. On here, though, this has a commentary track on here with the director. On here, it also has a The Cave, a parable told by Orson Welles, and a Sundance Q&A on this one. The next one here, this is from, you know, Indican Pictures, and it's a movie here called Beyond Hell. This is a creepy movie. This is basically, though, you know, kind of in the style of, like, Hellraiser and those kind of movies, because I always like those kind of, you know, style movies. And it's basically, though, about this, you know, this woman trying this drug and then getting transported, to hell, in this hell type dimension, everything. Like I said, like a Hellraiser, kind of like Hellraiser 2, Hell World, like kind of like, was that Hell World? I believe it was that. But, you know, it was called Hell World. But it's basically like, kind of like in the sequel to Hellraiser, in that kind of style about going to hell, and then you see some really, really creepy images and visuals and stuff like that of things that she comes across. But a really pretty cool, creepy movie. On here, though, it has a director's commentary, behind the scenes featurette, set montage, as well as bloopers on this one. And the next ones I got here are all from Gravitas Ventures, and the first one here is a movie called Final Stop. And this one is basically, though, about like this, you know, this Uber driver, and it's basically like an Uber Lyft kind of driver guy, and he's going and like driving around people and stuff like that. It's kind of following around his life and everything, and he ends up meeting this one girl, you know, that he's driving around and everything, and it's like he kind of finds out, though, about the girl's like, you know, boyfriend who's like this really abusive guy, and she wants to get away from this guy and everything. So it's one of those situations where he's trying to figure out exactly what to do and how to help her and everything, because he really likes her, and at the same time he's having like problems at home with his like father, and his father's come back. So he's kind of one of those type of things where it's this guy that's just going through all these type of problems and everything, and then like when he's trying to help like I said, the one girl that he likes, then she has her own set of problems that she's going through, and it's one of those things when it's the movie where like sort of things just keep spiraling out of control and getting worse and worse as it goes along. But a really, really well acted movie here. Like I said, this one here is called Final Stop. The other one here from Gravitas Ventures as well is a movie called My True Fairy Tale, and this was an interesting movie as well. It's basically, though, about a group of these friends who had all gone, you know, it was like, there was 3 friends together, they all were going on this, you know, trip, driving and everything, ended up getting into this car accident, and it was like the one girl, though, you know, really had like these dreams and things that she really wanted to do, and kind of almost lived in this fantasy time kind of world, the way that she was thinking about things, and she ends up, you know, getting in this car accident, and the 3 friends are found in the car accident and survived and everything, and she's missing, so she's totally missing, and she's kind of going off in like this own kind of journey of these things that she wants to do and stuff. So it's basically, though, about like her friends like having no clue what happened to her, where she went. They're trying to find her. There's like these search parties. The family's trying to figure out what had happened to her. It's a really interesting movie, the way it's put together and everything. Like I said, this one here is called My True Fairy Tale. And the last one from Gravitas Ventures is a movie here called The Oak Room. This is an interesting movie. It's one of those films too that's like set like in this bar. It's set during the, you know, this a snowstorm and everything in this bar. It's basically about this drifter who's coming back into town, and it's like he's been away for a long time. It's one of those things too where like he's kind of going there to like settle something that he has to discuss at this bar, and it's like other characters come into play, and the father and everything, and you find out more about the character who had left and what had happened and why he left and everything, and it's but one of those things, though, where it's like it takes terrible turns at this bar and the things that happen and everything, but it's a really interesting well-acted character piece here. Like I said, this one here is called The Oak Room. And the next one I got here is from Viavision, and this is an Australian release. Now, this one is also region-free, so you guys can watch this one no problem in any US DVD player. And this is one that I have never had the complete series of this, so this is really cool to have this. And this is a show that was, you know, because I'm originally from, from Baltimore, so this is a show that was like a really famous Baltimore produced show. This show and then The Wire, because the same creator did The Wire after this show. So this is a really like super famous Baltimore show. And this is a homicide, life on the streets, and this is a police drama show that was all shot in Baltimore. It's basically, though, about a group of people, you know, that are police officers that are, you know, solving, you know, these crimes and all of this type of stuff and everything, like disappearances and murders and all these type of things. And like I said, it's all set in Baltimore, but it's a really, really great series on here. And I have never had the whole series, and it's all, it's, how many seasons was this show? It went for 7 seasons, so it's a 35 disc set here for this one. And I'll let you guys know some of the features on here as well. It has commentary with cast and crew on select episodes, homicide, life on the street, interview with Barry Levinson on here. It has a homicide, life in season 3 interview on here. Homicide Life in Season 4, Inside Homicide interview, feature-length documentary, Anatomy of a Homicide, live panel discussion on here. Also has Homicide the movie, the series finale, on here as well. And I'll show you guys, though, a look at the discs and everything here as well. So here's the complete first and second season. Here's the third season here. And then season 4 here of the show. And then season 5. I like the design on these. It's like evidence things. It's all kind of bags of evidence. And then season 6. And then season 7. So you see like a pick thing in here. Like a rope on that one. This one has like pills and a needle on here. This one's like a hammer. I don't know. It's cool the way these are designed like that. This is a knife in the evidence bag. And then this is a gun in the evidence bag. So that's kind of cool. And the other one here is from Viavision as well. Now this one is also an Australian release. But now this one, though, keep in mind, this one is region locked. This is in region 4 and in the PAL format. So you guys would have to have an all-region player to play this particular one. And this is, you know, the documentary series starring Judi Dench. And this is Judi Dench's Wild Borno Adventure. And this is basically Judi Dench going to the rainforest. And this is a fun show about her going on, like, these adventures and stuff like that, going and like seeing the animals out there, and just, you know, it's like her with, you know, orangutans and all the type of creatures out there, and going through the jungle and everything. It's a really interesting series, seeing her going through here and seeing all this stuff and everything. So definitely one that I would recommend. I don't know where this aired, like in the US, like where this was on, if this was on like Apple TV or something like that. I don't know for sure where this was, or where you could have seen this one in America, but definitely an interesting show here. The last ones here, these ones are all from Eureka Entertainment. These are ones I just want to let you guys know were available. Now keep in mind, though, these ones are all Region B locked, so you guys would have to have an all-region Blu-ray player to play these ones. And the first one here is a movie here called The One-Armed Boxer, and this one here has a you know, O-card slipcover featuring new artwork by Darren Wheeling. It has on here reversible poster featuring new original artwork. It has on here original Mandarin and English audio options, alternate Mandarin soundtrack, optional English subtitles, the feature-length audio commentary by Asian film expert Frank Dejing. On here, still gallery, theatrical trailer, the Chinese Professionals TV spot. On this one, I'll show you guys, though, a look inside here as well. But it has a booklet in here, which has some stuff about the production, some stills, that kind of stuff here as well. But also, though, it has the poster as well. So it has a collectible mini poster in here, and it's a double-sided poster here. So that's really cool as well, that it includes a poster, because I don't think Eureka's, a lot of the releases have mini posters. So that's really cool that they included a mini poster in this one here as well. The other one here from Eureka Entertainment is one here called The Spy Who Came In From the Cold. This one here, and this is from the Masters of Cinema collection, and this is number 247. And this one has on here, though, a brand new commentary by film scholar Adrian Martin. It has Cold Light, a new video essay by critic and filmmaker David Carnes on this one here. And I'll show you guys, though, a look here inside this one. This has a booklet as well with some stuff about the production, stills from the film, that kind of stuff here as well. And the last one here from Eureka Entertainment is one called Time and Tide here. And this one has on here, though, an O-card slipcase featuring new artwork by Darren Wheeling. It has the 5.1 Cantonese and English audio options, optional English subtitles on this one, feature-length commentary by writer and producer on this one. It has a feature-length commentary track by Asian film expert on here, original theatrical trailer as well on this one. And I'll show you guys, though, a look inside. This has a you know, a booklet as well with stuff about the film and the production and that kind of stuff here as well. But anyway, though, oh, sorry, I'm getting all choked up. But anyway, though, guys, that was all for the review portion of the video. Thanks again for watching and subscribing, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.